a legendary figure in country music with a voice that is beloved by many. The woman whose powerful voice has moved listeners for decades has been through a lot of love and loss. We can take you on a journey through Reba McEntire's life and the love tale that inspired many of her popular songs by telling you their story. As her career has spanned decades, Reba has had numerous romantic relationships, spanning from a famous marriage to a dramatic breakup and a journey of self-discovery. Her love life and personal narrative has captivated and motivated many, since it shows how one can overcome adversity, grow as a person, and manage relationships while being famous. It was absolutely astonishing how Reba rose to fame. Her love of music blossomed while she was a child growing up on a cattle ranch in rural Oklahoma. Prior to the 1977 release of her debut album, she had already achieved widespread renown for her distinctive singing voice and narrative abilities. In reality, though, the songs were the backdrop to an emotional journey that included love, joy, and loss. Let's go farther as we explore Reba McEntire's rise to fame and the emotional moments in her life. Her inspiring rise to country music stardom from humble beginnings on a ranch in Chalk, Oklahoma, is a testament to the power of the human spirit. She was the third of 4 children born to the McEntire family in 1955. Growing up on a ranch, she developed a strong work ethic and an unflinching determination. Rodeo was in the McEntire family's blood. The McEntire family was laid the groundwork for success in 1934 when Reba's grandfather, John Wesley, won the world championship in steer roper. Being a 3-time rodeo world champion shows that greatness runs in Clark McEntire's family. Jacqueline McEntire, Reba's mom, wanted to be a country singer but ended up teaching public school students and serving as a librarian and school secretary instead. In the middle of ranch life, the McEntire siblings' mother Jacqueline fostered a mutual love of music, and the passion grew. Who instructed them in the art of harmonizing their voices while they traveled to witness their father's rodeo performances. Although her mother's affection was warm and kind, Reba's father, Clark, had trouble putting his emotions into words. Reba recounted her childhood wish for her father to be more expressive in her book. Every member of the McEntire family, from the youngest to the oldest, helped out with the everyday tasks around the cattle ranch that the ERS took over in Chalky. Reba began her career as a singer when she performed Away in a Manger at her first-grade Christmas pageant. She became a member of the 4 Club and won first place in the junior act area with her performance of My Sweet Little Alice Bluegown in 5th grade. But Reba was more than just a basketball and track star, she was an all-around talented individual. She attended basketball clinics throughout the summers to hone her abilities. Additionally, she mastered the piano and guitar, showing how versatile she is as a creative. Reba loved rodeo for reasons other than just seeing her father succeed. She wanted to carry on the family legacy of barrel racing, thus she wanted to be one herself. The young woman's aspirations, which were as vast as the Oklahoma sky, inspired her to pursue them with unwavering determination. The McEntire siblings formed a band they called the Singing McEntires as they approached their senior year of high school. In honor of their famous grandfather, they recorded a song called The Ballad of John McEntire and released it. The beginning of Reba's musical career came when a local label pressed the song and disseminated it in limited quantities throughout the region. After a while, the group began performing at local events and clubs with a backup band. The energetic ensemble went by the name of the Kawa High School Cowboy Band in subsequent years. Those were the days that Reba will always cherish. Painting a picture of the band as a bunch of young people who were just coming into their own as performers, frequently staying up late into the morning following their shows. But time passed, and the band broke up after Reba's brother graduated from high school in 1973. Reba attended Southeastern Oklahoma State University after finishing high school, a watershed moment in her academic career. She settled on elementary education as her major and music as her minor. She proved that her strong work ethic endured even as her musical ambitions approached by continuing to help out on the family ranch while she was a college student. Her dedication to her studies and her family shone through when she completed her student teaching and went on to get her bachelor's degree. In 1974, Reba's father persuaded her to sing the Star-Spangled Banner at the Oklahoma City National Finals, which would have a profound impact on her life. In order to get this opportunity, Reba contacted CLM Mapadden, a rodeo announcer and a friend of the family. Red Steagall, a country music musician, was enthralled by Reba's performance as her magnificent voice filled the arena. 1 week later, Red Steagall invited Reba's mom and brothers to a hotel party, where Reba astonished the crowd with an a cappella version of Joshua by Dolly Parton. Jacqueline McEntire approached Red Steagall, who she believed could assist her in securing recording deals for her 3 children, when she noticed an opportunity. However, Steagall was unable to handle all 3. If Reba was available, he would choose her career over his own. He put it this way: she has something a little special. Reba McEntire's rise to stardom, pains, and heartbreaks began at this point. A long and fruitful career has been had by the renowned country music artist Reba. Despite her remarkable accomplishments and accolades, she, like everyone else, has gone through a lot of personal significance, including suffering. Heartbreak has only served to enrich McEntire's already remarkable story, but joy has also played a significant role in her life. The tragic loss of 8 bandmates in an aeroplane crash in 1990 was the lowest point of Reba McEntire's life. Their charter plane went down in California on March 16 while the group was en route to an event in Indiana. Tragically, 7 members of McEntire's band and her tour manager died in the incident, which shocked her deeply. She and her loved ones were grieving a terrible loss at this difficult time. The Christian faith that McEntire relied on for strength and solace during this terrible tragedy was essential in her ability to cope and find peace. Despite suffering such a devastating loss, McEntire was able to find strength in her faith. During this challenging and unpredictable period, her unwavering faith in God and the power of prayer guided her. The end of McEntire's first marriage was another sad chapter in her life. Bob McEntire tied the knot with Charlie Battles, a rodeo steer wrestler, in 1976. Their paths diverged after over a decade of marriage, as they so often do in the complicated web of love and life. In 1987, McEntire and Battles finalized their divorce after a painful decision to separate. Everyone goes through a terrible time during a divorce, and McEntire was no exception. The split took an emotional toll on her, but she overcame it and moved on to the next chapter of her life. After McEntire and Charlie Battles' 1989 divorce, she remarried Narvel Blackstock, her manager. Narvel Blackstock, a former steel guitar player and music manager, and Reba McEntire, a famous country music performer, had a long and fruitful friendship and professional relationship. They were friends for decades, and throughout that time they went through many ups and downs, both professionally and personally. In the early 1980s, when Reba McEntire was already on the rise in the country music industry, Narvel Blackstock first crossed paths with her when he became a steel guitar player for her band. And Narvel's musical talents complemented her voice beautifully. Their tight collaboration on recordings and tours swiftly transformed into a personal friendship, as they worked together professionally. Marriage in 1989 was the next step in Reba and Narvel's romance. For both of them, this marked the beginning of an exciting new chapter in their lives. Narvel became Reba's tour manager and assumed greater responsibility for her career management when they were married, as well as providing support with various aspects of her job. Throughout the 90s and into the aughts, Reba McEntire remained unrivaled in the country music industry thanks to her hit albums and singles. Narvel Blackstock was there for her through the thick and thin of the music industry, and her influence was significant to her success. They proved that their partnership extended beyond music by pursuing various business endeavors together. Reba and Narvel have a son, Shelby Blackstock, in addition to their successful music careers. Shelby wanted to be a race car driver like his parents, so Reba and Narvel supported him. Despite their mutual success in the workplace and in life, Reba McEntire and Narvel Blackstock's marriage was troubled. They announced their separation in 2015 after 26 years of marriage, and in 2018 they filed for a divorce. A romance that had survived the stresses of show business. But love stories can go in unexpected directions. Even though McEntire has endured much sorrow throughout her life, the dissolution of her long and happy marriage, particularly one as public as theirs, was a particularly trying period. The breakup terminated their love relationship but kept their professional relationship strong. Rumor has it that Narvel received half of Reba's fortune in the divorce, though nobody knows the exact details. Given that she is reportedly valued over $95 million, he also took about $47.5 million. Reba McEntire has valued her relationships with her children very highly, and her family life has been an important aspect of her personal journey. The children from Narvel Black's first marriage are in addition to her role as stepmother to her ex-husband. Shelby Blackstock is Reba's biological child. She was born to her and Narvel Blackstock, her ex-husband. On February 23, 1990, Shelby came into this world. For as long as Shelby has been a mother, Reba has supported her interests and pursuits. Shelby deviated from his parents' employment path after being enamored with motorsports, particularly racing. Reba has been an incredibly loving and proud mother, always by her son's side, cheering him on and attending his races. During her marriage to Narvel Blackstock, Reba also served as a stepmother, which was a significant role for her. Narvel is the father of Brandon Blackstock, Shauna, and Chastity, all of whom are offspring of his first marriage. Reba took an active role in her children's life during her marriage to Narvel, treating them with the love and attention she would give her own children. Brandon and Shauna Blackstock are no strangers to the entertainment industry. Shauna works as a musician, and Brandon manages talent. Reba appeared to have a strong bond with her stepchildren throughout her marriage to Narvel. She was very outspoken about how much she loved and cared for them. Nevertheless, the 2015 divorce of Reba and Narvel unavoidably impacted their family interactions. The emotional link that Reba had developed with her stepchildren over the years remained unbreakable, even though her formal role as a stepmother was terminated by the divorce. Reba McEntire has often emphasized the importance of family in her public speeches and interviews. She continues to encourage her children and stepchildren in all their pursuits, regardless of the changes in their family structure, since she values the relationship she shares with them. A strong bond remains between Reba and her children despite the fact that their relationship has evolved throughout the years. Ancestral links to Shelby Blackstock, Reba McEntire's biological son, and her stepchildren from her marriage to Narvel Blackstock have shaped her familial dynamics. She continues to cherish the ties she has formed with her child and stepchildren, which have played a significant role in her personal life, even though her circumstances have changed. An important turning point in Reba McEntire's life occurred when she and Narvel Blackstock divorced in 2015. She has been forthright about her efforts to regain control of her life after the divorce, including her career, money, and health. Achieving professional independence. One of the most striking changes that Reba underwent following the divorce was her renewed focus on her music and career. She wants to be in charge of her own creative decisions and directions again. Her ambitions and career decisions were re-evaluated after the divorce, which she has spoken about in interviews and public remarks. Because of this, she was able to have more creative freedom when she joined with a new record label and management company. In an interview for Apple Fitness Plus's Time to Walk, she spoke about how the deaths of the four men who had the most impact on her life occurred simultaneously. In addition, Reba McEntire has spoken about taking control of her financial situation, saying, "My father went away, along with my manager and spouse, my CEO, and my production manager, thus, for people who were the basis and rock of my world, were no longer present." Being careful and financially savvy is crucial, as Reba has openly recognized, because divorce often has complex financial ramifications. She has stressed the significance of financial independence and careful financial preparation, despite the fact that her acting and singing careers have undoubtedly provided her with a comfortable income. Reba asserted that a turning point in her life occurred when she began to take charge of overseeing accounts and began to comprehend the true cost of utilities along with everything else happening in her life. The money wasn't the only thing she earned, she was also held to a level of accountability she had never experienced before. Reba has spoken frankly about her mental health and growth since the divorce. She has spoken openly about the challenges of healing and self-discovery after enduring such a transformative event. She has stressed the importance of being positive and taking care of oneself, even when faced with difficult circumstances. Reba McEntire has a history of using her personal experiences to motivate and encourage others. Having self-confidence and faith in one's abilities is something she has talked about. She has been an inspiration to many as she has taken command of her life and shown how to persevere in the face of adversity. During this period of personal transition, Reba McEntire's candor about her triumphs and defeats has resonated with her audience and the broader world. In addition to captivating her audience, her willingness to share her journey to self-reliance and revelation has inspired others going through similar struggles. Reba McEntire's romance with actor Rex Linn is one of the more recent events in her private life. Reba is still single and available for love, despite the fact that her two marriages have ended in divorce. After her mother Jacqueline fell ill during the epidemic, she started dating actor and longtime friend Rex Linn, she revealed in an interview. After working together on the 1991 film Gambler alongside Kenny Rogers, the two became fast friends. Reba asserts that they had maintained communication ever after filming the film. She informed the media that we had crossed paths before due to our shared appearance on Young Sheldon. So, we just kept in touch and met up in June 2020 after starting to do so in March 2020. Ever since then, we've been very much together. The two have been the center of attention for both the media and their fans ever since they announced their relationship to the public in late 2020. Rex Linn is a famous actor and TV host who has appeared in hit shows like CSI Miami and films like Django Unchained and Cliffhanger. After meeting in the entertainment industry, Reba and Rex gradually got close. Following their public announcement, Reba and Rex have shared photos and videos of themselves attending events, spending time with loved ones, and partaking in shared interests on social media. Reba McEntire's admirers have been rooting for her to find happiness in her private life ever since her high-profile divorce from Narvel Blackstock. Red carpet appearances at various industry events by Reba and Rex have only served to solidify their status as a publicized couple. In interviews, they have complimented one another, and it seems like they have a close, loving connection. Love may find a way into anyone's life at any time, even though Reba McEntire and Rex Lynn keep some details of their relationship under wraps. After going through 2 divorces, Reba seems to have rediscovered love with an old acquaintance. She illustrates that it's never too late to discover a life-improving companion. Their fan base keeps growing, and it appears that Reba and Rex are truly enjoying each other's company. Reba urged, "You must keep going," in a recent interview. "Because our time here is limited, it is pointless to dwell on the past. No matter how difficult it gets, you keep loving. You develop and gain knowledge. So, even when love takes a surprising turn, like it did with Reba, we are able to carry on. The end of one chapter does not always mark the beginning of a new one." We appreciate you sticking around while we delve into Reba McEntire's romantic history. Like and subscribe for more motivational stories of love, achievement, and life lessons from famous people if Reba's resilience and perseverance moved you. Remember that broken hearts are just the beginning. Maybe something even more powerful is about to begin.